Take a look now at this op-ed in the New York Post. It reads, quote, Kamala Harris's desperately youthful pandering is too cringeworthy to be presidential. Rikki Schlott wrote that, and she joins me now. Great to have you here, Rikki. I guess make your case. How cringeworthy?
It was pretty bad. She interrupted the BET Awards with a cameo with a fake FaceTime that kind of had the aesthetic of an influencer behind her. She looked more like a TikToker than a VP. And she dropped slang that seemed very ill-timed and forced coming out of her. And also just randomly referenced a Kendrick Lamar song. So I think this is definitely an attempt by the campaign to balance out the fact that they have a very elderly major candidate. But I don't think Kamala Harris is the person that's going to get the youth vote and get us out there.
All right. Well, you've been busy. You have another op-ed out. This one reads, Gen Z patriotism is at a record low, and no one should be surprised. I mean, why is that? Why should we not be surprised by that?
Well, I think there's a couple reasons. First, just to put a statistic to it, 4 in 10 Gen Zers say that our founders are better described as villains than as heroes. So it's dismal in terms of just the sentiment in my generation. But if you look at the civics literacy rates, it's 22% among current 8th graders. It's even worse for history. Wow. So if you don't know how your country works, its history, why it's so profound that we have the privilege to live in 21st century America, then no wonder you'll be unpatriotic and fall for propaganda on TikTok that's anti-American. I mean, a third of Gen Zers get their news from TikTok, which is a foreign-owned company. So I think social media also plays a role too.
Very quickly, Rikki, Gen Z has become apparently so disillusioned with the economy that 33% of them either know someone who has committed payment fraud or have done it themselves. I mean, what do you make of that?
I found this kind of shocking, but the more that I thought about it and looked into the statistics, one thing that a lot of young people are doing is apparently flagging credit card charges that they know are valid as fraudulent and getting refunds for it. But I think that part of it is the messaging of, you know, for our entire lives we've been told the economy's stacked against us, that we have no hope, that we're worse off even than the millennials who feel that they're in the worst position of anyone ever before. And so if you're so disillusioned with the economy, why not game the system and get a leg up, I think is really what the attitude is, sadly.
Yeah, what a great attitude it is. Rikki, thank you so much for being here covering 3 very